this brings me back the days of Evolve. So recently, the Evolve Stage 2 server actually partially came back online, so that you could, save your progress somewhat and have the skins that you unlock. Um, Matchmaking does work in terms of if you go play game and then you say no to connect to to whatever server, because that's for the whole microtransactions. So if you skip that, you're still allowed to then matchmake with people online, which is pretty neat. And for me, I actually stopped playing Evolve just before the release of Glacial Behemoth, which is the ice, or Bobsicle if you want to call him, the ice behemoth. And with Ice Behemoth here, I've played him long enough now to sort of understand his strengths and weaknesses. And overall, I'd say he's a bit better than the original Behemoth. And that's the I guess when I should say Behemoth, I should say original Behemoth, when he got his complete fixes done, where like rock wall would glitch out, and he also had a passive ability which was Living Fortress, and that made him that basically fixed his character, because to play as a monster, like the original Behemoth had too many problems, and while I absolutely loved playing as Behemoth, there wasn't much else you could do with him. Like people would try and just kite around you, and you couldn't do much about that with the jetpack. I mean, he went through so many different changes. Like he really did. Original Behemoth went through so many different changes, but with Ice Behemoth here, he pretty much addressed all of the problems with the original Behemoth in terms of missing. Another big problem, though, that never got fixed was the tongue grab. So original Behemoth could tongue grab people, but people could break out of it, so they could just jetpack away. And the problem with that is that's meant to be a move that's supposed to put the hunters at your mercy, but instead it did nothing. So instead, with Ice Behemoth, they sort of fixed that by you either launch them into the sky far away. So if you want to keep a healer away from you, you can do that. To keep a healer away from the team, you just sort of ice pull them away. The other thing you can do is if you I've had difficulty with this, but sometimes if you ice tongue them, they'll get stuck to the floor or to the wall for a few seconds. And like right now, as we can see, that's actually a pretty decent move. So I mean, that makes this Ice Behemoth so much more deadly than regular Behemoth. And here I'm just trying to track down the last hunter, but honestly, it's been fun unlocking the Ice Behemoth gold skin. That was kind of what I really wanted to do, because I played all the other monsters, but I was never really good with any other monster besides Behemoth. And Behemoth was the monster that I just I freaking rock and rolled with him. Like that was my monster to play as. That was the one I mained. So yeah, real fun stuff. Absolutely love playing this game again. It was really fun.